Hello everybody. So in today's video I'm going to show you how you can easily get started with Docker and create your first Docker build and showcase that to your colleagues and client. So first of all, I have this project. It's a React based project uh, which I'm going to show you after running. I cloned it from GitHub. I think it's already running. Yeah. Okay, so this is the project and it runs on 3000 by default, and there are no env variables involved in this. So first of all, first thing that we need to do is we need to create a docker file. For that we can type this. Okay, so the convention for creating a docker file is this: you will have to type docker file, and there are no extensions or dot extensions involved in this. You can save it. It start from a from. Here we have to give a base image for which we are if your project involves node, so the base image should be of node, so that node is pre-installed in that base image. For finding, let's go to docker registry. Yeah, here we can search for node and type would be image. Okay, yeah, so here we can choose any version. Let's go with Alpine and just copy it and paste it. So just like git push and git pull, docker works like the same way. You can pull push the docker images. So let's type the name, and that is node Alpine, and next line would be copy. So whatever the components you want, like files or components, whatever that you want inside the docker that are required for running the service, you pass it here. So for example, I want to copy all folder, the whole directory, my current directory, whatever these files are, I want to copy each and every one of them. One more thing, I would suggest, let's remove the node modules, because we are eventually going to provide a build command, right? Install and build command. One more thing that we need to do is we need to pass a work directory from where we want the project to be initialized. So for example, we can keep it as app. Yeah, after this, after copying everything, one more thing that is required is run command. Run command would be, in our case, npmi, that is to install all the dependencies, right? And then the last command would be uh, export expose. So we want to expose 3000 port, so we'll pass it 3000. And last would be command. This would be an executable command. These are all the instructions that we have provided so far, that will tell docker how our image is going to be built. And this last command tells what to do when we want to run the image in a container, right? So here we will do npm run and start. So this is a string sensitive and case sensitive thing, so we'll have to pass it like this, because this is going to be executed on the command line CLI, right? Okay, docker images. So docker images ls is for listing all the images that we currently have. Okay, docker image ls, right? So yeah, these are all the images that I have. If you want to remove any image, you can simply do docker rmi and then the image name. So for example, in our case, let's say we want to get rid of node image, we'll have to pass the node image. but for that we'll need its image id, right? Right. So yeah. Okay. So for building the image, you just have to type docker build hyphen p. Hyphen p is port. So for example, in the host machine I want the service to be running at 3001, so I'll be sending the request to 3001, and inside the container it would be running at 3000 only. So yeah, and then we'll have to pass in the path for that file. So for example, if you name the docker file to be something else than this, you'll have to pass the whole file name. We have it in Dockerfile format, so we can pass the current directory only. Docker build. Yes, one more thing we can have. Okay, port expose will be done when we will be creating the build for it. Here we can have tagging for it. So for example, let's say I want to name the application as weather v1.0.0, so we can add that tag name here. So it has started. Whenever you feel like that you are missing something in the commands or you are doing something wrong, you can just search for, and you can search for docker cheat sheet, and you can go to the official website. Yeah, this one, they have all the commands that you can use. And for removing all the unused images, you can simply do docker image prune instead of running it for each and every image. It usually takes some time. Let's wait for a bit. And yeah, for pushing the images you can use docker push. For pulling the images you can use docker pull. For searching an image you can also use docker search. And for running a image inside a container, these are all the commands that we can use. Okay, yeah. Okay, docker run. So we'll be giving now the port. Now we can give 3001 and 3000, and then we'll be giving image name, so it would be weather v1.0.0. Yeah, as you can see, the build has started. Let's see if it's working or not. Yeah, so as you can see, it's working on 3000 port, and it will not be working on 3000. Yeah, and since when we started we are not going to keep the terminal open, so for that what we can do is we can simply run it into a detached mode. So for that you can use -d command. It would be used here. Yeah, so it's now in detached mode. So as you can see, it's still running, the project is still running on 3001, and we have now detached it, and we don't need this terminal to keep it running. And we'll probably need to stop this. Yes, so on 3001 no service is running, but on 3001 the project service is running from inside the docker container. And that's how you can create your first docker image and run it. For more details and for trying things out, you can use these commands. One of the commands that I use a lot is this execute one. So what it does is it lets you go inside the container. For example, let's say we do this right now. First of all, we'll be needing the container name, so let's do docker ps gives you all the running containers, and ps hyphen hyphen all gives you all the containers that we have created so far. Some of them would be uh, running and some of them would be in the exited state, and this would be the container id that we are going to do docker execute hyphen it, and then we'll have to pass the container id. You can also pass the name as well, but we have not given any name, so it would be randomly generated. So yeah, and we want it into a shell command. So yeah, so now I am inside the docker container that is running the image weather that we created for this project. As you can see here, we can do node hyphen v 25 for, oh, that is this one that we downloaded, right? Then work directory, when we entered the work directory is /f that we gave here, and as you can see, all the files that were here are replicated from inside the docker container because we copied them for all inside the container. Then we have npm I, and we run this command to start the service. So that's all. Thank you so much everyone, and do try this on your PC, and let me know if you face any issues. Thank you so much.